Hi, and welcome to your full body express workout today. We are going to just be using a set of dumbbells as usual, anywhere from like 8 to 15. It's going to be a lot of single arm stuff, so just something you can manage there, as well as your mat. This is one of those workouts that is perfect for the days where you don't feel like doing anything, but you want to get something done quickly. That's why I'm filming this one, because I feel that way today as well. So let's go ahead, go to the back of your mat to start your warm up here, just taking a shoulder roll back and down, coming into your body, and then we'll take it into your inchworm. So you're just going to bend from the knees, walk your hands all the way out into your plank, find that nice strong plank, and then walk yourself all the way back up to standing. I just want you to alternate which hand kind of starts that walkout and which hand brings you back to standing. So we'll do this 2 more times. Oops, almost messed up my hands. And all the way back up, starting to warm up through upper body and core, finding a little glute squeeze at the top. Good. Coming all the way back up, we're going to bring it down into that plank position one more time. So kind of just walk yourself out into your plank, and then I want you to send your hips back and up. So you're bending at the knees, chest is going to go between the biceps. From here, right leg will step forward. Find a nice little hip opener here. You can kind of rock it side to side. If you want, take right hand back behind your head. We bring the elbow down, open it back up, and then the hands will come down. We'll switch outside. So you send your hips back, open up through the chest. Now left foot will come up. You can either just hang out here and keep doing this hip stretch, or left fingertips come back behind the head. We bring the elbow down, open it up, and then hands come back down. We'll go one more time each side there. Send it up. I'm going to take that little chest opener. Also kind of feels like it opens up your hips a little bit more as well. And lift. Good. From here, we're going to go ahead and find your plank and then just bring your butt down, tuck your pelvis under, think pulling your hips towards your ribs. We open up our feet a bit, widen your base of support, and we take it into shoulder tap. So right hand is going to come tap my left shoulder, right hand down, left hand, right shoulder, and down. You're doing this trying to keep your hips as still as possible. So picturing that little glass of water right on your lower back, trying not to let it spill as you find your taps. Let's take last one each way. Good. Start to slowly walk your hands all the way back up. We'll take it into some lower body warm-up exercises. I'm going to step off my mat for this and find a good morning position. So feet will come hip distance. Fingertips come back behind the head. Start to send your hips back, keeping just a soft bend through the back of the knees. Once you feel that nice big stretch, you're going to pull from your glutes and your hamstrings to come all the way back up. Squeezing here. You'll send the hips back and come up. While you're doing this, we're trying to keep your core engaged to protect your lower back as you come down. We don't want to dump into your back here. And lift for last one. All the way down. Good. Pulling all the way back up, taking it into a squat to finish out our warm up. We're going to widen the feet. I'm going to scoot my mat back for a second here. Widen the feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Find that slight external rotation, and then we just take it down like you're sitting in your chair. Exhale, come back up. Inhale to lower. Exhale, we lift. So now we are finding that deep bend in your knees, but you are still thinking butt goes back and down instead of knees going forward. We think butt goes back. Let your upper body hinge forward, gaze goes down for last 4. Nice. 3. Driving through that heel, big toe, pinky toe, heel. Last one here. Coming all the way up. All right, guys. Getting right into the workout. The faster we do it, the faster it's over. That is the vibe for the workout today, while still keeping good form. So I'm going to bring my weights over. You really only need one weight for the whole workout, I believe, but we'll just keep them nearby in case. First exercise we're going to be doing is a single leg suitcase squat. So suitcase just means you're going to be holding the weight outside of your thigh, like you're picking up your suitcase. For our single leg position, we're going to bring our right foot in front. Your left foot's going to kind of just act as a kickstand back behind you. So as you sit down into this squat, most of your weight is in your front leg, but this left leg is just there for balance. Butt is going back. You inhale, sit back down, exhale, come back up. So I don't want you to put a ton of weight in that back left leg. We're going to shift most of our weight into our front right leg here as we sit low. So I'm going to take it from the side. We'll find our inhale, sit back. Exhale, drive through your right heel, come up to stand. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift. So should start to feel this through the back of your right leg in your glute, trying to keep the weight in your front foot and keeping it even between, like we said, our heel, our big toe, and our pinky toe here. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, try to find that strong press up. Your back of the leg is where you find all your power. So all the power that you take when you're hiking, running, even just walking comes from the back of the leg. So we really want to try to give ourselves some power here. Let's go for last 4. Good. In 3, 2, collarbone stays wide. Try not to round the shoulders. Last one like this. Inhale down. Exhale, come up. Find a halfway squat here and then transfer the weight over to your left hand, or if you started on the other side, it's just going to be on the opposite arm of your front leg. We're going to take this into a step back row. So now my back leg, left leg for me, is going to step back as I row. Inhale, I bring everything back in. Exhale, row and reach. Inhale, bring it down. So now your right leg should really be feeling this, your right glute. We truly are depending on that right leg for all of our stability here. You're still finding that soft tap in the back and soft tap here. We're trying not to put too much weight into the moving leg. Exhale, row. Inhale, bring it in. Nice work, you guys. We're going to go right into the same thing on the other side in 5. Good. Last 4. Feeling shoulder blades and posture muscles help you out here as you row. For final 2, right glute should be on fire. And last one here. Good. Coming all the way up out of that. Give your right leg a little shake. I'm going to turn, face the other way just so that we can have that weight in front here for our left side. So the weight's going to go on my left side if you started the other way around, just keeping the weight on the same side as our suitcase leg to start. So right foot's going to kickstand. We inhale to lower, sit the butt back. Exhale, come up to stand. So you're thinking of sitting in that tiny chair back behind you, same as our warm-up squats. Instead of sending the knees forward, we think letting the butt and the hips go back, letting your upper body come forward, and then driving through your front leg here. Staying here for quite a few reps. Probably notice that on the first side a little bit longer than usual because we're going to keep this quick. Like after this, we're already going into our next block. So just give it what you got, because you know when you're done with this set, you're done with this exercise. Inhale, lower. Exhale to press. Let's go for last 4. Good. 3, 2. Last one here. Bring it down, down, down. Coming up. We find our halfway squat position, transferring the weight over to my right hand or just your opposite of your front leg hand. This time, as we exhale, back leg goes back. We row. Inhale, step it in. Just a light tap. I can't emphasize that enough. If you don't feel it in this front standing leg, take some more weight out of your right leg as if it's just hovering off the ground here. It's a tiny tap, just like a kickstand. Whoa, for balance. And then bring it back in. Most of the weight you should be feeling in your glute, in your quad. And lower. Forgot my row there. Good. We're here for 5 more, and then we're already on to our next group of exercises. Go for 4. Squeezing shoulder blades together in the back. Stay low through this left leg. You're going to want to start to stand up out of it as it hurts. Stay low. Maybe even sink an inch lower. Last two. Good, last one here. All right, you guys, come all the way up out of that. You can let go of your weight. We're gonna bring it down to your mat though. So I'm gonna bring my mat out a little bit. Your weight is coming with you to your mat. We're gonna take this into some core work. So as well as upper body, kind of trying to hit all the things at once in our express workout. So your weight is gonna start over on your left side. We find a quadruped position with your toes tucked under. So from here, you will exhale and think of drawing up through your core, zipping everything up, and then knees will hover off the ground 1 inch. You hold this position, right hand is gonna reach under, grab your weight, pull it across, hands come down, knees tap down. Inhale here. Exhale, zip up through the core. Lift the knees up, reaching over, find that pull, back down, knees lower. So that's your move. It's our bear pose with a weight pull side to side. Same thing as our warm up. We're trying to do this without letting that glass of water that's sitting on our back fall. So when you're ready, we reset here. Find your inhale. Exhale. Pull. Hand comes down. Knees tap down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Pull. Hands down. Knees down. Inhale. So we really are finding that full inhale and exhale with this exercise because it helps you find that proper core activation. Like I don't even want to do that lift when I'm talking because it can really mess with your intra-abdominal pressure, which is how your core handles pressure here. If you're not managing it well, it can lead to issues with your pelvic floor. But this exercise is really going to help you think of, okay, we inhale, we fill the lungs with air. On your exhale, all of that air goes out. We lift up through the core. We're zipping everything up and in, and then we pull. Last two. You're like, stop going on tangents and do the exercise. But it's important to know the why of what you're doing. And come down. Exhale, lift. And pull. Good. Rest here for a second. Come off of your wrists. So with that intra-abdominal pressure, I talk about this a lot in the postpartum program, but if you brace and go like, and like don't let all your air go out, it's going to force air down into your pelvic floor, and that can cause the pelvic floor to tighten. It can cause it to weaken. It can cause you to feel like bloated all the time. So there's a reason. There's a method to the madness. Okay, weight goes off to the side for a second. Both hands are going to come down. Let's go ahead and bring your left leg reaching back long. You can point, you can flex, whatever feels best for you, but square your hips off to your mat. You are going to come down into a little tricep push-up, letting your left leg lift. Inhale. Exhale, press up. Inhale, let your left leg tap down. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale to lower. Bring it all the way down. Exhale as we come back up. Inhale, left leg down. Exhale, round. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Left toes tap down, inhale, and then exhale, find your rounding. So now you guys kind of know the breath work. It's always going to be exhaling as you're exerting here. So as you're pressing, and then as you're rounding to, again, find that proper core connection and properly manage your pressure through your abdomen, giving you the core that you actually want. Coming down for last three. Checking in with your hips, trying not to let that left hip open up. I felt myself do it a little bit there. Keep them squared off to the ground. 2. Good, last one here. And round, good. Knees come down, come off your wrist for a second. We're just gonna go right into the other side. So rolling out the wrists, just giving them a little bit of a break. If you do have wrist issues here, you can always take this to a bit of a forearm lift and knee to nose, and you can take the push-up out of it. So we're gonna go right into the other side. If you are not dealing with those wrist issues, we're coming all the way back up. Right leg will lift and square the hips off to your mat. On an inhale, we lower down. Exhale, press. Right toes come down. Exhale, round. Inhale, tap and lower. Exhale, press to lift. Inhale, right leg comes down, and then exhale, rounding through the spine. So really focusing on when we find that rounding, we're zipping up through your lower, middle, upper abs, pulling knee up to nose, finding that nice C curve shape of the spine. 4 more here. And then we just have one more exercise block to go. Last 2. Good. Finding our last one. Good. Knees down. Wrists roll out. We are no longer going to stay in that quadruped. We're going to bring it all the way down to the mat for your final exercise block. So coming all the way, I'll come this way because my weight's over here. Come all the way down. Still just need one weight. Move my clip a little bit. Still only need one weight here. So I'm going to grab this weight and place it into my left hand. Left arm's coming down and out for a chest press position. Whoops, just hit the mic. Sorry, guys. Right leg is going to go straight up to the ceiling. We're taking it into a single leg hip bridge with the single arm chest press. So right hand can just come down to the side to support you. Inhale, prepare here. Exhale, drive through your left leg as you press right arm up. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower. So we're finding that tiny tuck under of the pelvis at the top here. Inhale, lower for 4. Good. Last 3. 2. We're going to hold it up after this last one. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hold it up. Grabbing your weight into both hands, just stabilizing here. Now, keep your hips lifted. Inhale, right leg comes down. Exhale, sweep it back up. You have 8 lower end lifts. We're trying to keep that right hip up in the air, even though I know the glute is getting tired. Keep squeezing, keep driving through your heel. You're already halfway done. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. You've got this, 2. Last one. Good. Right into the other side. Hips stay lifted. Right foot comes down. Right arm, I got to scoot out to the side a little bit. Right arm is going to come down for that chest press. Left leg goes straight up to the ceiling. Your left hand can just be down by your side to support you here. So we inhale, tap the hips down. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. As you find this hip bridge, notice my shoulder blades stay grounded. I'm not shoving my hips up so high that my shoulder blades lift up off the mat and I start to get into my neck. So we keep shoulder blades down and we drive just through the glutes, keeping the ribs closed at the top there. What I mean by that is if you go all the way up and you arch through your back like this, it's really not doing anything for your core or your glutes. Last one here. Good. Weight comes into both hands. We find our tiny tuck of the pelvis. Close your rib cage together. Inhale, left leg lowers. Exhale, lift. Keep it lifted through that right side. I know the glute is on fire. As I'm saying that, I'm like, wait, did I mix up my left and rights on the other side? Maybe. It's definitely a possibility. Okay, last 3 after this one. That was halfway. Lower and lift for 3. Keep driving through right heel. 2. Okay, last one. Lower the hips down. Both feet can come down. Hips lower down. We're going to bring both legs up to the ceiling and finish out with a little bit of core here. On an exhale, lift yourself up. Chest is lifted. Finishing out with 10 reps of weight to toes. So exhale, lift up the weight to toes. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Tiny lift here. Thinking of zipping up through lower, middle, upper abs. When we find a curl like this, sometimes your upper abs like to take over. So keep your lower middle abs involved for last 3, 2, 1. Whew, bring it all the way down. See, that was so fast, and now I feel better. Go ahead, take a little windshield wiper of your knees side to side, open up through your hips. Exhale back through center, other side. Coming all the way through center, hugging knees into your chest. Just gonna rock yourself up to a seated position. We'll find a little figure four, so you can bring your right ankle over that left thigh. Take a little bit of a hip opener stretch here. Maybe rocking it side to side, rolling out through the ankle. Catching your breath. Sneaky, got my heart rate up there. Switching it out, left ankle over right thigh. Rocking it side to side. Rolling out here. And then we'll just take it into a little hamstring opener. So right leg's gonna go out to the side. We'll bring your right forearm down, left arm up and overhead. Big inhale here. And exhale, let it go. And rotate so knee faces your nose. Bringing yourself all the way down, hamstring opener. Good, coming back up, we'll just switch out those sides. Left leg, big reach up and over, side body stretch. And rounding, knee to nose. Coming all the way up, we'll finish with just a little butterfly pose, bringing soles of the feet together, pulling upper body down, opening up through your hips, maybe letting elbows press into the knees a little bit here. Let me see if my hair looks crazy. Good. And then when you're done with that, you can pause this video or get out of it and do any other stretches you would like as well. But hope you enjoyed that express full body, and I will see you in another workout soon.